Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. What a day yesterday turned out to be, huh? The Bulls showed up, had quite the retracement yesterday. I was not here watching, however, but that's all right. Take a quick little look here. We had this very, very nice retracement where we actually ended up making new highs on the day. But we could not push past the resistance line here from yesterday. I actually tried to grab a short from here and ended up getting stopped out just above break even. So I made like $200 or something yesterday. No big deal. I kept the stop loss tight and I moved to break even quickly, which I often do. I know that. But in this particular case, because of the volatility and the unknown here, whether we were going to continue moving up or get this pullback off of this resistance here, chances were pretty good that we were going to get a bounce downward off the resistance, which is why I took those in the first place. And we talked yesterday about, the interest zones, which was, the resistance here and the support here, because we are trading within this range here, as you can see. So when I did get a chance to come back to the charts, I saw that we had moved up to this resistance zone here. And, I took a couple of chances of catching a short off of this. But I did move my stop loss quickly to break even because, it was risky and I just didn't feel like risking too much yesterday. And, so I ended up getting stopped out both times just above break even before catching this little push to the downside before market closed there, as you can see. So no biggie. Again, still up overall, which I'm okay with, and I'd rather stay there. Um, so we're still trading within this range here between this resistance and this support zone here. We are looking so far like we're reaching for the support again today. So let's continue to watch and see what happens here. So New York session is open. Nice push down so far. But let's give it a couple minutes here and wait and see what comes of it, right? Give it some time to play out. We had our normal. We are getting some downside still. We had our normal initial jobless claims and continuing jobless claims, and both of them. Well, the continuous jobless claims were slightly higher than expected. Not a big deal, like slightly higher, but the initial jobless claims came in um, lower than expected, which is a good thing, right? So still strong um, jobs data so far. Tomorrow we have unemployment rate, and with everything that's going on the federal level, that'll be interesting. That'll be an interesting number. So that's what's going on so far. Big spike in volatility again this morning. You know, like I said, it's to be expected. I would expect that we're going to continue to get some volatility until after tomorrow. And then we'll take a look at what we're expecting for data next week in a little bit here. So the initial opening candle here, nice push to the downside, breaking structure here and here. We did leave a little area of imbalance here that I wonder if we will reach back for. Otherwise, we are looking like we want to at least come down to previous day lows, which is here, and we're kind of almost there. Or if we're going to reach for that support again, which we did 2 days ago and had a nice bounce off of that. So we'll see. Again, we're just trading in a range here on the big picture. So you can see here the last 2 days we've reached for this support here. A nice big bounce off of that with a strong close. Same thing yesterday. We pushed down, didn't quite reach as far, but before market close, nice big strong push back up by the bulls. So today, we'll see. We'll see if we actually push past these here, or if the same thing is going to happen here. I would still say that shorts are probably the stronger bet right now, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. It's not advice, obviously, and always. All right. So we're starting to reach back for this area of imbalance here. Let's see if we're going to get some respect here. Maybe we'll actually be able to take a trade. We might actually already be respecting it. Hmm. Not quite there yet. Oh, there we go. A nice strong push down there. Hmm. All right. Looks like the market wants to continue to push to the downside here. Didn't quite give me the entry that I wanted. This price action is a little too wild for me too here, to be honest with you. First iced latte of the year, by the way. It's warm and warm for New Englanders is like 50 degrees. So cheers. I'm sweating. Yeah, we're struggling to close below this price here, so not quite there yet. Mm-mm-mm. What kind of music do y'all like? Sneaky, upbeat, and cheerful? Let's see what we got in here. So we made a little push up above our area of imbalance here. We did not close there yet, but because we did push above it, um, makes me feel like we could be turning around here. Doesn't mean that it necessarily has to. I don't like it. Let's see what else we have here. Anxious, fear, beautiful, bittersweet, bouncy, building slash escalating. Oh, I see. Let's get rid of that. We might be getting a little bounce here. No, maybe not. Mm-mm-mm. So we kind of came back up and retested the lows of pre-market. Got pushed back down. So the question is that going to hold? We got nothing here yet. Oh, hey, hey now. What do you think? The market wants to push down? Uh, Celebration. Let's see what's up in here. It's not bad. Hmm. Cheesy music, confident, driving. What do we got here? Me. Looking for some different music to play in the background here. Tried a whole bunch of different genres, make a big playlist and let it flow. Jazzy. Ugh. Sophisticated. What is sophisticated music? Oh, yes. Yes, I do believe that is sophisticated. let me put this on here for you. What do you think? Is that sophisticated? Does that match? I actually grew up listening to a lot of that, so that works for me. That kind of stuff actually gets me focused. Maybe I'll add some of that in there. The joy of sax. Let's see. I don't know if I'd call that sophisticated. It might be mislabeled. Price looks like it wants to continue to the downside, but the bulls are fighting. They're fighting. The question is, do we have enough here? And it's looking pretty bearish. And again, we're just getting these sweeping candles. Doesn't really allow for a very good entry, honestly. Um, you can say the stop loss here where I have it could be an okay stop loss. And try to wait for price to move up as close as possible here, or we just leave room. But yeah, I don't know. We are respecting this area of imbalance here. Besides these couple of wicks out, and normally if we wick out, that's a no go for me. But we are in some high volatile times here, so I'm not sure. You know, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna wait it out a little bit longer. Let's see if we can get either a continuation to the downside or a break above this swing high here. Let's see. I don't want to jump too early here. We're not waiting for any data, I don't think. Yeah. Wholesale inventories month over month is comes out at 10, but that's a low impact, so I don't think that that's really gonna. I don't think the market's waiting for that. Um, we got a bunch of Fed speech later today, this afternoon. Again, tomorrow we have a whole bunch of jobs data. We have average hourly earnings. We have weekly weekly average hours. We have government payrolls, manufacturing payrolls, non-farm payrolls, private participation rate, and then we have the big one, which is the unemployment rate. Prior was 4%. They're forecasting 4%. So they're looking for no movement, essentially. So that number is going to be interesting. That number will be interesting. Yeah, let's go here. Are we moving up or what? We're still getting support down here in this area. Ah, let's see if we can find something later. See if there's any kind of news. A little VP press conference at the border. Ugh. Hey, maybe the Bulls are actually going to come out on top here. They're fighting for sure. Mhm. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so actually, here's what I see here. Got a little area of imbalance here. We have one, two, three strong bullish candles so long as this one closes. Break in previous structure. All right. This might be a little promising. Let's take a look at the little 15-minute chart. Okay, well, this is nice. If this candle continues to the upside here, this is a nice little complete takeover of the previous candle. If this candle holds, obviously. I'm testing these previous highs here. Switch this to a buy. Let's see where our take profit will be. Probably looking for previous highs there. It's not bad. Hmm. I would like to see price re-enter a little bit more into this area of imbalance here and respect it. That's what I would like to see. And that is what we call a disrespect. Oh yeah, look at that gap there. You know what this is? consolidation, manipulation, and we're gonna get our move. Actually be a little safer and play that from the top there because of the volatility. Hmm. This price action is wicked. I'm not a fan. I am not a fan. Mhm. I don't know here. Might have, mm, see, this is the thing, right? Are we gonna do the same thing that we did to the previous 2 days? Or we take a bounce off of here and head back up? I don't know. I don't know. I think this is, a little too early to get into just because we have these larger time frame candles closing, and then anything can happen after that, so as much as I want to take this short, I would love to have grabbed it up here. Um, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let this play out a little bit and let this 4 hour and 1 hour candle finish here and then see what price does from there. Let's watch the 15-minute chart because you can see a little bit better here, depending on how this, we're either gonna fall out in the next 2 minutes or we're gonna push back up strong, and that's gonna give us um, a bigger picture of the story here. You know, same thing on the 1 hour here, right? How this candle ends up forming in the next 2 minutes is going to tell us a little bit more of the story and which direction we're going. The 4 hour, if we do end up closing at the lower end here, this looks bearish and we may continue to the downside, but it's a big if. So let's, honestly, these areas here have kind of been taken out for me, so that doesn't really matter much anymore. Too much volatility here. I don't like this structure. It is an overall downtrend still. I can see how we got some consolidation here, and then you get this move to the upside, catching some liquidity. So your consolidation, your manipulation, and then whichever way the move's going to go, right? So let's wait and see. It's a minute. You might as well wait the minute. Might as well wait the minute. Ugh. Goodness gracious. Tired today. Mm-mm, mm-mm. All right. So now yeah, see, we might get our continuation to the downside here, and that's fine, right? Let's take a look at the 15. I don't know. I don't know. This still could go either way. This is not a terrible um, candle here, and it is kind of bullish. The bears did push it back some, but we still closed. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's an indecision candle right there on the 1 hour. 4 hour, sure, but yeah. Well, either way, there's no entries here, right? So let's see what price does, um, and let's see if it leaves behind an entry for us one way or another. One way or another. Yeah, this price action is crappy. I'm gonna go back to the 15 here and see if there's anything that we might be targeting. There's not really anything here. I mean, we have one way up here. You could most certainly call this an area of imbalance on the 15-minute chart there. And that would be right around where we opened for the day. So that might make sense. A lot of times we do head back to where we opened. It's a possibility. This might not be a terrible target if we get some confirmation that we are flipping around here. Um, Obviously, we do have some support here. We've already reached basically the previous day lows. Uh, so it's a possibility that we could be flipping around here. And if we do, this is a nice target. It does align with the 1 hour also. We do have a little gap here in the 1 hour. So it's not bad. I mean, this doesn't look bad for a target. It's not against it's not totally against the realm of possibilities that we turn here and head right back up to the top. I mean, it's what we did yesterday, right? And the day before that. Again, we were trading in this range here, so we're kind of at the bottom end of the range, kind of. Um, at least based on yesterday. You know, we pushed down to yesterday's lows where we had a nice strong bounce off of that. So, based off of that information, yeah, we could be getting a bounce here and we'd be heading back up for that area of imbalance there. I mean, that's a nice push, right? So, all right. This is definitely what I'd like to see. Where was market open? Here. So we went above market open here with this structure. Now we're making higher highs again. So let's see if we can continue this, and then it would not be a terrible idea to take a long off of this, targeting that area of imbalance to the upside, which is basically right around where we opened for the day in previous sessions. So that's not a bad plan. I kind of like that. All right, so you can see here we got a nice area of imbalance here. It's a big one. I really like the big ones, but it's okay. We have nice, strong bullish movement here, break in previous structure, area of imbalance here, continuation. So let's see if we can get a move back into this area here, even if we come halfway through, basically retesting these previous highs here and then push up. That's not a bad plan. I don't mind that at all. So let's see what happens. If it continues to just take off, then obviously, you know, there's not a proper entry there, at least for me, based on my strategy. And oh well, right? But let's see if we can get a little pullback into that area of imbalance there, and then have it respect that area. That's the big piece there, and then we can try to take a long from there. So all we can do is wait. Mm, mm, mm. And if you look at the larger time frame, this is played out the same way the past 2 days. Honestly, we get down to these levels here at the lows, and we get a big push right back up. So it's definitely a strong possibility. But again, I gotta see my strategy play out within that. Otherwise, I'm not taking any trades. It's not worth it. I want to keep my gains. Volatility is starting to push down a little bit. A little bit. I'd like to see that continue to fall. That would give me even more confirmation that we might have a direction again. Wouldn't that be nice? It's not actually a direction. We're still trading in a range, but if we go from the low end of the range, we can target the high end of the range, right? So long as we get an entry, and I don't know if we're going to. This does happen a lot of the times too, where price just takes off. I mean, that's nice. Um, and doesn't really ever leave any entries behind. It is what it is. Don't FOMO into that stuff. That's for sure. I used to do that all the time. Almost never worked out. We still have a lot of room. I mean, look at where we are here compared to where this area of imbalance is on the 15-minute chart here. So we got a lot of room to go. Um, I would say that if we do actually break above this structure here, that's probably a very good confirmation as long as this holds. Um, I just would like to see my strategy play out somewhere in this area here if it's going to, and then we could we can move back to the upside. We actually have this here left behind from yesterday. That's interesting. Mm. Okay. Something to look out for. Yeah, it aligns with the 1 hour also. This little area of imbalance left behind from yesterday's push back up. Hmm. Hmm. Look at this. Very interesting. See? Always look left. Hmm. I wonder. I tell you what, if we respect this zone here, we end up pushing back down. We come to this area of imbalance here, and we end up pushing past this also. I'm going to go short. If we continue up through this area of imbalance here, and we push above here, then I would feel comfortable taking longs. I'm glad that I noticed this. It's a little area of imbalance here left behind from yesterday. Nice strong push up yesterday afternoon after hitting these lows here in the day, which is basically where we've hit today also. So let's see what happens. I mean, you could say that this area of imbalance was already taken up. Yeah. Kind of came down previous session, consolidated a little bit here, came back up, retested, and pushed down. So this area of imbalance may actually be invalid. But if we don't get a push above here, then, we might actually have a continuation to the downside. We'll see. Volatility really isn't moving. We're still elevated. We're sitting at 116, 117 on the VVIX. So, big caution sign still, right? We are starting to struggle here. Let's see. We'll see what happens. We haven't gotten anything as far as entries yet anyway. Price would have to move back into here. Um, this one would be too dangerous to take a short off of because we kind of already did use up the imbalance here in previous session today. So I'm just using this, honestly, as like a confirmation of direction. Because if we do push past through here, um, then that's a pretty good confirmation that we are going to continue to the upside. But also, if we can't push past, especially this structure here, then we don't have a confirmation of change in direction yet. We're still in a downtrend here. So that's the way I see it. That's the way I see it. Ugh, the mornings have been tough lately. Usually the morning, the beginning half of the New York session is where your entries are, but because of all this volatility and stuff lately, um, we have not gotten any entries in the first couple hours, honestly. And then in the afternoon, when volume slows down, we start to get some possible entries. But it's much riskier trading in the afternoon because volume is less. So your movements are much slower, they take longer, and a direction change could happen at any time. So, but the past couple days, the trades that I have tried to take um, have been in the afternoon. Ugh. Which I'm not really a fan of. I would rather take my trades in the morning, take what I'm going to take, and have the rest of the day to chill, um, or work on other projects. But it just hasn't been the way it's been going lately. And that's all right. It'll settle down. Again, like I said yesterday, this is just all, new things happening, new policies, new presidency, lots of uncertainty, lots of fear mongering, lots of, baloney, which causes uncertainty in the market. And you get this stuff. You get sideways trading, you get consolidation, and that's all right. It'll uh it'll settle down and eventually it'll pick a direction for a little while until it decides to you know, consolidate again. So just wait it out. Don't take any unnecessary trades. Be very, very picky with your entries and stay green. That's all. And I'm mainly talking to myself because I have to constantly remind myself that I don't need to be in a trade every day. So, and that is a battle that I have been winning. So I am good with that. I shall wait. Okay, this looks good actually. This looks healthy for a continuation to the upside. So let's see a push here. We are breaking this previous structure here, which is where we were getting held up with, right? We were getting some rejection there, right at those highs. Now we're getting our strong push up. This is okay. This is nice. I like this. Uh, so I don't think that we're going to be coming back here. I'll leave it there for later, just in case. But what I would like to see now is a nice strong push out of this zone. It'd be wonderful if it left an area of imbalance behind for us to target. It'd be wonderful. Nope. Ugh. Excuse me. Goodness. I feel like I need another coffee. Mm, Look at that rejection right there, huh? How about that? Come on. Let's push. Let's go back here real quick. All right. This looks good still. This looks good still. We break past this consolidation area here. As long as we can close above um, with some strength, then we look good for a continuation to the upside here. Looks good. We just have to gotta get moving here. Let's go, Bulls. There's no time for resting. Ugh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Struggling here. Let's go. Push. Push right out of that zone. There we go. We are starting to get a little bump in volume here. Let's see if this next candle can bump up even higher. We close strong. Come on. Here we go. Look at that volume there. That's nice. I like that. I like that. All right. That's nice. That's a nice little confirmation that we might be moving to the upside. Cool. Let's get rid of this here. It doesn't really matter anymore. Now all we need is for price to leave behind another area of imbalance so we can tap in and ride the bus. This is good. It's good. And we still have plenty of room. You can see what price is right now, though. See this resistance here? Here, 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 all of this here. So let's see if it can hold. Interesting. China opens market to Ukrainian peas and wild caught fish. Hmm. That's a good piece of news there, considering they were siding with Russia in that whole war. So that might be a step in the right direction there. Got a little trade going now. Hmm. Oh, what is that? Starting to stall a little bit here. Auto. Hmm. I don't know. Struggling here. Price is struggling. Oh, what are we thinking here? What are we thinking here? Hmm. Hmm. Just waiting for this to play out here. Struggling here at this resistance. Pretty decent rejection off of the resistance here. Didn't quite make it back here. So we'll see. It doesn't mean that we don't have more upside, but we got to let this play out here, right? Oh boy. Nom, nom, nom. I'd like to continue to take this to the upside. The short-term trend here is up, as you can see, but the overall trend is still down. We're struggling. If you take a look at the 15-minute again, you can see where we're struggling to get past. This area is here, right? All the way back a couple days here. We are not able to push past and close above here yet. Yeah, it's really decent resistance there. We pop a little line in here so we can see better. Oops. All right. So that's what we need to push past and close above. We squeaked by, but we had a nice, a quick retracement. Bears came in, we're holding here, but we can't seem to get above here yet. A little increased volume on the last candle here, but we didn't get much out of it. That's the problem, right? So we are still getting rejected off of that resistance there. Here we go. There we go. That's a nice, strong push pass. As long as we can maintain that, that's good. That is good. Nice. That's beautiful. Here we go. Very nice. Very strong push. Strong push, strong close. I like that. I like it. Gives me good feelings about taking a long here, targeting the basically um, opening price, right? Okay. So far, so good here. We we paid our dues here. We waited patiently. We got our nice push back up. This is looking pretty strong here. Get some decent volume coming in with it. All right. And we possibly, let's let this candle close here, also have an area of imbalance right here, which is beautiful, sitting right on top of this, what we'll now call a support. So if we get a retracement into this zone here and we hold, then we are definitely looking good for a long position. Yeah, I like it. As long as we hold, we got to hold. Okay. We're going to try a long position here. All right, 15-minute looks pretty good here. We got plenty of room. Targeting 2 to 1 here would be beautiful. As long as we can maintain here. As long as we can maintain here. Come on, Bulls. Let's keep our strength. Let's go. Still looking strong here. Come on. That doesn't really look good. We need a strong push out of here right now is what we need. Strong push out. I'm gonna go grab some water while this is playing out here. I'll leave it up for you guys. Be right back. Well, that got close, huh? I don't know, this does not look good. It looks like I might actually get stopped out here. Yeah, just struggling. Yeah, we push out of that zone. There we go. Man, this is crazy. The market is just, oh man. Yeah, that's, you know, this volatility is just wild. Look at this. This was a good setup. We were in an upward trend here. It is what it is. You win some, you lose some. You just don't know when this market is going to flip around because of this volatility. It's frustrating. It is frustrating, um, for sure, you know, but what are you going to do? You can't really do much other than wait for the next opportunity and try again. Kind of is what it is. You kind of want to take this to the downside now, but it really isn't. We're still making higher highs and higher lows here, so that isn't a good play either, right? But price slowed down here. Did not respect this area of imbalance here like I thought it was going to. It did not respect this, what we thought was had a hard time pushing through the resistance, pushed through, thought it was going to be a support, did not hold. And, now what, right? Now we're going to fall, probably. Volatility starting to turn around and go up again. Yeah. It's just really, really crappy market time. It's just too much uncertainty in the market. Yeah. Let's take a look at this 15 again. Yeah, see, now we're looking like what are we just testing these areas again here? I don't know. It is quite frustrating. It is quite frustrating. We're going to try a short here and see if we can catch this plummet that may or may not be occurring currently. Let's see. We definitely, for sure, have to push through this area pretty strongly for this to continue. So let's see what happens here. Beautiful. Let's get some more out of it. Keep pushing. There we go. Come on. We need to break this last wick here. And then I think we'll get some downside for sure. At least into this area here. And, let's see here. Gonna set a take profit here. Let's look for this one looks good. The middle of this zone here looks pretty good for a take profit. Come on. We'll just sit back and let this play out. I'm not going to move my stop loss this time. If it ends up going red again, then that'll be 2 red trades in a row for me. I'll call it a day. Otherwise, hopefully we can see this play out and get us a nice. I think we were looking at a 5.5 to 1 here, but we'll see. We'll see how this plays out here. I'm gonna let it play out. I'm not gonna move anything. We're gonna set it and forget it. Set it and forget it.
You know, it doesn't affect the United States very much. It's on the other side of the ocean. It does affect Europe. And if we put in 3 times more money, we're in for 300 billion, they're in for 100 billion. And you know, Europe is also doing it in the form of, I just gave them money. There was no loan, there was no security, there was no anything. So we're gonna either sign that deal or there's gonna be another round of them. So we're gonna sign a deal to get security because we have to do that. We're spending our treasure. They're spending their blood. They are. And they're very brave in every way you can imagine. But we are spending our treasure on some country that's very, very far away. And it's okay. But we have to be treated the same as Europe is being treated. Europe gets their money back. Europe is basically giving nothing because they get it back.
Might be getting stopped out again here. Hmm. Come on. Bit of a frustrating couple of weeks for sure. This market has been frustrating for sure. Well, yeah, I don't know. Don't know. The market is just wonky. Yeah. Yep, there we go. Down 4% today. That's real shitty. It's just insane. This market is crazy. Like, this movement is ridiculous. I've sat out for so long. I've held out for so long. I did really well, patience wise. You know, when an opportunity finally arrives, it just doesn't, this market just does not allow for continuations. It's just ridiculous. We have so much uncertainty in the market. It's insane. Look at this. It's just, you know, you can't trade in this. You can't trade in this. I should have just took the week off. And yeah, I probably seem frustrated and upset because I am because I've been following my strategy. I've been following the rules, and it's just not. It's not playing out because of all of the baloney in the world happening right now. This volatility is just insane, man. It kills people's accounts, especially if you're newer like I am. and I know that, and I waited. I mean, Jesus, it's 10:30 to 11 o'clock, and I didn't take any trades. It's just crazy. Oh, well. Well, now I'm negative, going into the end of the week in the red, down 4% today. It's a shame. Anyway, well, you guys all got to see it live. It is what it is. I waited. I played out my strategy. I took good trades. I think, I took trades with the trends. And the problem is there isn't a trend. There's no such thing as a trend in this kind of market. When we're trading sideways overall, there is no such thing as a trend. So how do you pick the direction? Like that's the fight within, right? It's okay, we're moving up here. We made new highs, new lows. We're lower, higher lows, higher highs, and then the market just says, "Nah, just kidding." So it is what it is, man. Like I come on here every morning, and a lot of times I don't trade because of the market structure that we're in, um, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating because I don't want to just sit here, especially while you guys are watching. But at the same time, like this stuff doesn't play out because look at this movement that we're getting. It doesn't even make any sense. It's just sideways consolidation, mumbo jumbo, baloney. So, all right. Well, that's going to be it for me today, everyone. Two red trades in a row, and that's it. So, uh, yeah, I'll see you guys all tomorrow. We'll try again. Trade safe. Stay green.